Hey guys, Pete over here. 6 p.m. We just closed the shop. I'm heading home, but before I head home, I want to stop at Goodwill and see if I can score anything. But on the way, it's probably about a 20-minute ride. So I have few questions that you guys asked me on a previous video, and I took some screenshots, so I'm gonna answer those as we are driving to Goodwill, and hopefully when I get to Goodwill, we'll find something for the auction. So let's do this. Finally a little bit cooler day today. It's a rainy day. It's been raining all day, but it's 72 degrees, so it's a nice break. Definitely a nice break for the mid 90s that we've been having. And I know right now some of you guys have like a crazy 98, 100 degree weather in Florida and humid, but for us, when it's like 90 something degrees here with high humidity in Chicago, it's it's pretty bad. So anyway, I have some notes, did some screenshots of some of the questions that you guys have, and I have like a 20-minute ride, so might as well answer some of your questions. First one is, does your cat come home with you each night? No, Honey stays in a shop every day. Once in a while, I'll take her home to give her a bath, to clean her, because she gets pretty dirty roaming a shop. And when there's time for a bath, I'll take her home. I do have two cats at home, two big Maine Coons, and it's no fun when I bring her home. They don't like it at all. She doesn't like it either. She's actually, I feel like she almost bullies those cats, and they are twice the size than she is. They're big Maine Coons. But yeah, she stays in a shop. She has a dedicated room, one of the offices she stays in. She's not roaming a shop or anything because I can't. I have motion sensors for the alarm system in a shop. So if she would be roaming around at night, though, the alarm would be going off all the time, which occasionally happens. She would escape from that room for some reason. We either locked the door wrong or something happened that the door got open and she got out, and she would turn the alarm on. So no, she stays in a shop in one office overnight, and then of course when I come in in the morning, we let her out, and then she roams the shop all day long. All right, next question. Hello everybody, I love your videos. Well, thank you very much. Just curious if you guys are gonna do a convention like you did few years ago, where all resellers got together. Thank you and take care. Bye. I don't know. The few that we did, they were a lot of fun. The first one was still before pandemic, I think back in 2017, the Reseller rally in Chicago. That was a lot of fun. Then the second one was a couple of years later, already after pandemic, I think, even like 2021 or something like that. We did that in Cincinnati with John Cincinnati Picker. That was a lot of fun. That was on a boat. I really enjoyed that one. And then a couple of years later, we did one again in Cincinnati, which was, a lot of fun. They're fun. I like doing them. I think people don't realize how much actually work it is to put them all together to make it happen. And when we did them, in no way we're trying to make money on these. Just trying to get the community together. We try to keep it as cheap as we can, and it's not always easy. And these days, with all the prices going up on everything, it's just expensive. The cost of putting something like that up, it gets pretty expensive. I would like to still maybe do another one in the future, but I don't know. We'll see. I truly did enjoy the three that we did, so we'll see what happens. I'm not saying yes, but I'm not saying no. I'm trying to read these comments as I sit at the red lights. So, how you ever filed a claim with a USPS priority? Only wondering about the process. So yesterday on a video I mentioned that that I like to ship more expensive stuff with priority because it gets delivered a lot faster. You have the tracking and you have $100 insurance automatically with it. But I also know that when the USPS Ground Advantage started, I believe you also get $100 insurance with it. Now, to process a claim, it's actually not that difficult. When you go on USPS website, they hide a little bit when to actually find that link to put a claim in, but it takes few minutes. But when you locate that link and you click on it, the process is pretty straightforward. I did it quite a few times over the years, and most of the times that I did, I got paid out with no issues. Now, you do have to wait, I believe, 2 weeks, 14 business days, maybe something like that. I know it's 2 weeks or 15 days before you can put a claim. If the package is lost or damaged, you got to make sure you have the tracking number that you can put that in, because then they could see it's past that date. They know when it was shipped out. So, but the process is pretty simple, and usually you'll get a check within a month in the mail. I think I probably did maybe 10-15 claims over the last 10 years and didn't get paid on a couple. Most of them got paid. It wasn't anything big, but it was pretty good. And it's not that hard to do on their website. So this is an interesting question, and I talked about this couple times before. Hi Pete, love when you speak about eBay sales. Could you also speak about your numbers? Thank you for all your great videos. I watch you for a long time. Regards from Switzerland, Edward. Well, thanks for the question, Edward. All the way across the pond from Switzerland. So the numbers on eBay, they actually are a little bit down for me. For the last year and this year, they're a little bit down. Last year I was down probably 10%. This year I'm down about 15, maybe even 16% right now, something like that. Now, two things come to play when I say I'm down. One of them is, I think overall sales on eBay are a little bit slower. There's a little bit more competition, and there's a little bit more people out there selling. I think eBay doesn't drive as much traffic to their side. And of course, it's all about the product you're selling. So if you don't have the right product, or not as good product that drives the people in what people are looking for, your sales are gonna suffer too. And that's one case. I think the traffic, there's a little bit less traffic. And I think especially this year, I haven't had the best quality product come into the shop, so I'm not offering like really good stuff. And that will hurt the sales. The second thing, I think, is also that I diversified a little bit more into district. I sell a little bit more on that side. I did some live auctions and things like that. So I took away some percentage from eBay and I put it on district. So overall, it might balance things out a little bit, but I am definitely down in sales. Now, when it comes to numbers, what kind of numbers we really do. So eBay, I was averaging probably anywhere between 55 to 60,000 a month in sales. That's not profit. Get me wrong, it's not profit. It's still a great number. Now I'm down to about 50 to 45,000, depending on a month. Let's round it up and let's say $50,000 in sales. So we do about 600,000 a year in sales on eBay. And I think that's what we are on track to do this year. Far as the profit, so you know how I operate. I usually buy things, and you guys see it many times on the videos. I try to pay about 50% of what I can get, and sometimes, you know, it's a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, depending on the item. If it's a quick moving item, I sometimes might even pay slightly more. If it's a very long tail item, I will pay even sometimes a quarter or a third of the value that I can get out of the item. But on average, it comes down to be about 50%. And then on top of it, right, you got taxes, you got, you know, employees that put the stuff up for me, and then the final percentage that you got to pay out, the commission to eBay, which will range between, you know, on average 15 all the way to 20%. I'm gonna round it up with shipping and stuff like that. So I think on average, when it's all said and done, we'll clear from eBay about 30%. I can confidently say 25, but we're averaging, I think, about 30, which is still pretty good. Now you got to do volume, right? You got to do enough. The average selling price actually for me went up last couple months because I did have a couple good sales, but we are averaging over $100 an item, which is very, very good. If you can get to that, you don't have to sell as many items, which is the key, right? I mean, I can be selling, you know, 100 items a day or a couple hundred items a day with the average selling price of $15. That's not what I want to be. I don't want to be shipping out, you know, 100 items a day or 200 items a day. I rather ship 10, 15, 20 items a day at a $100 average. That's my goal. That's always been my goal. And I think if you are a seller out there, and especially if you will have an employee, let's say, helping you out, either list, ship, you need to strive for at least 35 or more average selling price, ideally minimum $50 on an item. That way, you know, you're not doing huge volume, but your average is so good that you don't have to be picking up items, you know, that are cheap and just listing. So it's a big deal. The average selling price is number one goal for me as a seller, and if I can keep it around that $100, it's ideal. That's where I like to be at. So I hope that answers that question. Next question. Pete, I have a question. How come you don't do scheduled pickup for your eBay stuff? Have a good day. Well, you have a wonderful day as well. Two reasons. I don't schedule. I used to, very long time ago, I used to schedule. First reason is I just want to get out of the shop. It gives me an opportunity to grab a cup of coffee, do lunch. Second reason is I usually have to make 3 stops because I will have USPS packages, which is literally 3 minutes away from me, the post office. Then another minute away from there is FedEx. I ship a lot of FedEx. And then UPS ground. When I drop off at there's a store is actually too far away, but I have a drop off spot that it's right by my shop. So I do like a circle. I'll grab lunch. So that's the main reason, right? Because I have usually 3 different carriers that I have to drop off to. So, you know, and I just want to get out of the shop. But it's a good question. It's a good question. A lot of people, if you doing like smaller stuff and you just have USPS, it just makes sense. Schedule with them. They come pick it up. Especially if you know your carrier, that you can trust them. So, all right, this is going to be the last question. And obviously, somebody's filming me right now, right? When I'm moving around, this thing is tracking me. So this is the question, and you guys already asked this in all 3 vlogs. Many questions pop up like this. So what's this camera that has some kind of face tracking? And then below there's even more comments. Yeah, people are wondering what I'm using. So this is a new camera that I picked up not too long ago. I've been eyeballing this camera for a while. It came out already over a year ago. This is the second generation. And I've been reading reviews and thinking about buying it because it seems like it's a very good product. So I finally pulled the trigger on it. And this is a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera. Very small camera, delicate camera. It has a gimbal on it, has a bunch of different features, and one of them is the tracking. So sometimes you can set this up and it will track my face, does a really good job at it. And I like that. I like that because it almost gives you extra hand, or almost like a cameraman with you. Now this camera is extremely delicate. When I say delicate, it has that gimbal on top, has a 1-inch sensor on it, and you got to be really careful that you don't hit it, because when you hit it you can easily destroy it. Now it has a very good life, has a very good viewing screen on it that you can see what you're doing, which I really like. You can easily operate the joystick on it to flip the camera around if you're filming somebody or you're filming myself like I'm doing right now with the tracking option. And a big deal for me, you guys can probably hear the audio is extremely good. And the reason is because I have this portable mic, this little device that I'm talking to. 1, 2, 3, testing. So this is a game changer. If you want to have a good quality audio, don't get me wrong, this camera also has a very good built-in microphone on itself. It has a front-facing microphone. On the back of the camera there's a microphone, also on the sides. You can engage all of them. But I think this is such a good quality and it goes so far. I can probably walk 100 feet away from this camera with this microphone and the transmission is perfect. So I really like that. It's a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, ton of different features. I also added an extra battery. You can to buy this, you have to buy the creator combo. You can buy the camera by itself, but if you buy it by itself, it does not come with a microphone. If you buy the creator combo, you get the mic. You also get a little tripod and you get an extra battery. The battery on this, the internal battery, is really good. It will last you over 2 hours. And then if you have external battery, that adds another 2.5 hours. So you get almost over 4 hours of shooting with this setup, which I really like. Price point, it went up in price big time. It got very popular. You could buy this camera, the combo, just a year ago for like $600. Now it's almost $1,000. I think it's like $949 on Amazon, something like that. I would recommend, if you can, if you're interested, look for a used one. I picked this one up as a used one for I think we're $650. So far I really like it, and I think you guys enjoyed it too. So yeah, that should be my last question that I answered. And now we're gonna walk in, before I end this video, to Goodwill. It's right before I get home. I'm gonna stop by here, see what's up. There it is. So I used to come here a lot, and I used to buy a lot of things in here, and they had great deals, and I found a lot of stuff over the years. Lately it's been kind of hit and miss, although I haven't been shopping much at Goodwill's. So let's see if I can find something for you guys so we can put it on auction and raise some money for the Helping Paws. All right, let's see what happens. So there is music playing in here, but maybe not too loud, so maybe it won't be that bad. Now they're talking, so I can talk. I see something. Back in the day, these used to bring a lot of money. They were really, really good. Let's see if this is complete. They want $9.99 for it. Oh, don't you hate when they do that? Not only on a box they put a price, they also write with the marker $9.99 right on the item. It's not a huge deal. You gotta clean it off. All right, there's a power cable. There's a tray. There's a manual. There's even a CD with this. I think I'm gonna grab this for $9.99. This is a good deal. I think this can be something good that you guys can bid on it. Let's keep looking. Look at this cute guy. Probably from looking at the plug, late 70s, early 80s. I just took it back there to plug it in to make sure it works and lights up. Very cute piece for like a little kid in a bedroom. Everything glows yellow. That's awesome. $3.99. Love it. I'm gonna take it. They have a lot of kid stuff here, but what I look for, and they have it down here on the bottom, are the dinosaurs. And I was able to pick this one out. And this little guy is official Jurassic Park. See that marking right there, JP? That's what you want to look for. Everything else that I see down there, unfortunately, is not Jurassic Park. And when they're not Jurassic Park, they don't sell that good. Now this one is battery operated. The battery goes in here. So this one has actually movement in it. They want $1.99 for it. This is an item that usually sells $20 to $30 if it's in good operating condition. So I'm gonna grab it. So I just found World Poker Tour chipset, but unfortunately it's missing few chips. It's incomplete. It's probably missing 15 chips, maybe even 20. Very unfortunate because this would be a good pickup. They are asking $4.99 on it, which is not a bad price, but it's incomplete. I'm gonna pass on it. What? Yes, I did. Can I enter my phone number?
Is this like the light or something?
Yeah, it's a little light.
Oh, that's
cute,
cool.
isn't it? Very cute. Yeah, and like lights up, and the eyes and the ears are like yellow.
That is cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Probably be two, maybe. Alrighty. Oh, is that yours?
Yes, that's mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm recording. I'm recording what I'm buying.
Alright.
Can I get a bag for these two?
Actually, we
stopped doing bags.
Yeah,
okay,
so
no worries. Yeah,
would you like a receipt though?
please.
Alright. And I could wrap them if you wanted though.
No, it's okay. I got a little bin in the car.
Alright.
So, thank you.
Have a great day though.
All right, guys, back in the car. I hope you enjoyed that little stroll through the Goodwill store. I found a few things. I'm super excited. It must be the lucky Craigslist hunter hat. I gotta bring this with me more often. Got this little Jurassic Park dinosaur. Now, before I put it on auction, I'll make sure that it works correctly. There's a little compartment here that you take the screw out, you put the battery. So I'll make sure it works before we put it on auction. But it's in great condition. Love that for a couple dollars. Perfect. Then we have the Canon printer, which is awesome. This is one of their better models for $10. You can't go wrong. And this is the easy one, that if you have a camera and you have a SD card and a camera, you can just take the SD card, put it right into this unit. All you got to do is buy some paper and you can start printing. So somebody's going to enjoy this for sure. For $10, it's a great pickup. I hope somebody wins that one. But my favorite, my really favorite one is this little guy. This little bear, a yellow one. I think it's probably late 70s, maybe early 80s, maybe most likely early 80s, looking at the plug. I plugged it in, it works perfectly, and when you plug it in, the head lights up, and his ears and the eyes, they glow yellow. Very cute little thing. If you can put this on in kids' room, on next to the bed, on a shelf or something, this is a really cute piece. It was $4, but I think it's well worth it. Great condition, very clean, no chips, no scratches or anything like that. So love it. Yeah, I did this is fun because I picked 3 items, so that means 3 items will go on auction. Remember, CraigslistHunter.net. It is only 24-hour auction, so if you're watching this video, it's on now, but within 24 hours, if you're watching this video a week from now, obviously it's not going to be on. Of course, it's going all to good cause because we are raising money for helping Paws, for Honey's Shelter. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. You'll find the link below to the auction in description in a video. Guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers. Just a quick update for you. The last auction, guys, for this sweatshirt went for $35. Thank you very much. 18 bits, really appreciate it. Of course, it's going to a great cause. Catch you on the next one.